I'm going to have you join me sitting down on your mat. And start by taking a big breath in through your nose. And then sigh out your mouth. And now let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And sigh out. You're going to try to breathe in and out through your nose only for the rest of class. So feel both of your sit bones on the floor and have a nice tall spine, crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Fill right up to the top of your chest, and then exhale, soft shoulders. And the next time you breathe in, count how many seconds it takes for you to get to the top. And then try to match your exhale, soft and calm. So let's just say if you're breathing in for 4, exhale for 4. You can do that again a couple of times. And one more time. Just notice how quiet and calm, centered you are. Now, for some reason today, your breath is a little bit short or choppy, don't worry. Do try to keep it as calm and relaxed as possible, nice and smooth. Take your right hand and place it onto your chest and your left hand on your belly. You can gently close your eyes and take a moment to set an intention for class today. Maybe choosing something that you're really grateful for. And then when you're all ready, you can open up your eyes and join me for a warm-up. This is going to be a 60-minute Hatha Flow class, level 1 and level 2. Bring your arms all the way out in front of you, and then just gently wind your wrists one direction and the other. And open and close your fists a few times, waking up the fingers. And now float your arms all the way out from your shoulders so that they're long. Take a big breath in. And then roll your shoulders one way. Big circles. And then do the same opposite way. And then come all the way to stillness. Place your hands on the ground, right hand on the mat and left hand up towards the sky. Inhale as you lengthen on the left-hand side, and then exhale as you fall. Keep your sit bones on the ground. You can walk your right fingertips out a little bit if you want. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fall. And then bring yourself all the way to the opposite side, fingertips down. Inhale, lengthen on the right, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. And now come all the way back to center. Walk both of your hands in front of you, so seated forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, melt chest to floor. Again, keeping sit bones on the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, melt. And now walk your hands back towards the center and raise your chest all the way up. Place your hands behind your back, fingertips facing away from you. Imagine there's a string pulling you from the center of your chest. Inhale, come up, arch your back. And then exhale, release. Inhale one more time, chest up, arch the back. And then exhale to release. Swing your legs around so you can come into a tabletop position. Shoulders are over your wrists, hips over your knees, and toes are tucked. Feel your fingers on the floor. Press each one of your fingertips towards the mat. And look forward. Drop your belly down. Inhale, look up, tailbone up. And now exhale, round your back like a cat and gently look towards your belly button. Belly down, inhale up, tail up. Cow, and then exhale to round for cat. Round the back. Draw your belly button right towards your spine. And then down one more time. Inhale. And exhale, round the back. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. We're going to roll our torso, belly down towards the floor, and now round the back towards the right, the ceiling, and the left. Sort of waking up your spine a bit this morning. Try not to move your arms and your legs. And complete one more full rotation, and then go the opposite way. And then all the way to stillness, wag the tail, move the hip to the right, gaze to the right, and then left. And one more time each way. And come all the way to center, toes together, knees apart, wide-legged child's pose. Melt your chest down towards the floor. Inhale here, exhale, melt. Inhale one more time. Exhale, melt. Now take your right hand and lace it through the left side. So gentle twist, dropping right shoulder down, right cheek on the floor. Walk your left fingertips up towards the top of the mat. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, relax. Plant that right hand down, left hand through opposite side. Inhale here, exhale. Your hands on the floor in front of you, tuck your toes and lift your knees. Send your tail to the sky. Down dog. You can gently pedal out your feet. So friendly reminder, down dog. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Take a moment and spread your fingers nice and wide. Feel the mat under your fingers, nice and grounded. Lengthen your spine. So draw your ears between upper arms and send your tail right to the sky. You can bend your knees a couple of times and push your thighs towards the back of the room. Every time your heels gently moving towards the mat. And don't forget to breathe. Breathe in as you bend your knees. Exhale as you bring your legs straight. And now casually walk your feet towards your hands. And then inhale, raise your chest all the way up, reverse swan dive, arms overhead. And then exhale, hands towards your heart center. Palms facing forward, mountain pose, top of the mat. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head, Hastasana, and then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can place your hands on your shins if you're just getting started. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, place hands on the mat and step back into a plank. Shoulders over wrists, long spine, and gently push your heels towards the back of the room. Strong core, stay here for a moment. Really draw the crown of your head towards the top of the mat. And then exhale, drop knees. Drop chest in between your hands and chin on the floor. And then inhale, come forward into your baby cobra. The tops of your feet are hugging the mat and hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, gently raise your chest up. You're looking at the mat, not in front of you. Long spine. Can you raise your hands off the floor? And now press hands on the mat. Bend the knees. Tuck your toes. Down dog. Big breath here. Exhale, push hands away from floor. Ears in between upper arms. And bend knees, casually walk your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up over your head. And exhale, hands towards heart center, Anjali Mudra, and palms facing forward, mountain pose. Take a moment here, feel the surface of the mat underneath your feet, and gently roll your shoulders back. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, forward fold, pull in your belly. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank. Knees, chest, chin is always an option if you're moving forward. Chaturanga, bend the elbows. You're hovering over top of the mat, and then come on to your tops of your feet, thighs and knees floating off of the floor, up dog. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Send tail to sky. Big breath in. Exhale out. Bend your knees. You can lightly hop in between your hands, or you can walk like you did before, your choice. If you're hopping, try to be quiet. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands towards heart center and palms facing forward. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale to forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, you choose. Chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog. And exhale to down dog. And bend your knees, lightly walk your feet towards the center of the mat. And raise your chest up, arms up. And bring your hands towards your heart center. You're probably standing in the center of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head. For standing half moon, if you want a little more stability, bring your feet further apart. Wherever you are, inhale to lengthen the spine and hug arms next to ears. Gently tuck your tailbone. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, push towards the right. Less about how far we get over, more about the stretch on the left-hand side of the body. So inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to push. Inhale to center. Again, reach towards the sky, tuck the tail, hug the ears, and then fall towards the left. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to push. This left shoulder likes to tuck back towards the back wall. If that's you, just gently draw it forward to square your shoulders to the front. Inhale and exhale, push. And come all the way to the center. Taking a gentle back bend here, bring your feet so that they're shoulder distance apart. Place hands behind back, imaginary jean pockets. Elbows together, broaden across the collarbone. Inhale, look up. Exhale, gently push hips forward. Imagine there's a string pulling your chest here also. So inhale, up and back. And be mindful that you're not holding your breath here. Really easy thing to do. One more time, gently push hips forward. And raise yourself all the way up. Hands beside you. And come and stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, scoop hands beside you for chair, Utkatasana. Your back is at a 45-degree. Again, feet together a little bit more challenging. Feet apart works also. Breathing in. And then exhale, sit back on your heels. And exhale, hands forward, forward fold. Step back with the right foot and drop your knee. Front knee over ankle and back toe tucked. Inhale, raise arms up overhead. Look forward, low lunge. Exhale, place hands on the floor, step back, plank. Again, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. You choose. I'm going to do chaturanga. Bending the elbows, and then inhale to come all the way up, up dog. And exhale, down dog, tailbone to sky. Inhale, raise your right leg, point your toe, bend your knee. Step in between both of your hands, low lunge, drop left knee. Inhale, arms up, palms face each other and shoulders away from the ears. Place both hands onto the floor, step forward with both feet. Inhale to halfway lift, and then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up over your head. And exhale, hands towards heart center, palms facing forward. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, scoop hands, chair. Maybe you want to try a different variation with the arms, hands together, index fingers towards the front, thumbs crossed. Sit back a little heavier on your heels. Try to keep your face relaxed, breathing easy, pull toes off the floor. And then exhale, forward fold, hands on the mat. Step back with the left foot and drop your knee. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head. Exhale, place hands on the floor. Step back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog. And exhale to a down dog. Inhale, raise left leg, point toe, bend knee, step forward in between both hands, low lunge, drop right knee. Inhale, chest up, vertical spine. Place hands on the floor, step forward with both feet. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. We're bringing our forehead a little closer towards our shins. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head. And exhale, hands towards heart center. Palms facing forward, mountain. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, scoop your hands into a chair. Back is at a 45. Big breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with your right foot and drop your knee. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head, low lunge, looking good. And exhale, place left hand on your knee, index finger and thumb together for monkey pose. Can you grab the back right foot? Maybe you can't today, and that's okay, but if you've got a hold of it, find your stability. Inhale here, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend the elbow, draw heel to glute. Take a big breath in. Exhale, the same. And allow your foot to come down towards the floor. Place both of your hands onto the mat. Left foot steps back into a down dog. Inhale, raise your right foot, point your toe, and bend your knee. Gently step in between both of your hands. And now drop your left knee onto the floor. So still in a low lunge here, but moving to half split, half Hanumanasana. Bring your right toe up towards the sky and straighten your right leg. Come up onto your fingertips so you can raise your chest up, breathe in. And then exhale, bring your torso down closer towards your thigh. One more big breath in. Exhale to fold. If this feels good for you today, just stay right here. If you want a little bit of a challenge, we're going to balance. Take left hand outside of right foot, and then gently raise your right hand off of the floor. And take a big breath in. And now place both of your hands down onto the floor. Step forward, feet together. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Fold like you mean it. Bring your hands behind your legs. Bring your forehead to your shins. And then raise your chest up. And hands together in the heart. Palms facing forward. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, chair. Last one. Exhale, fold. Step back with your left foot and drop your knee. Inhale, raise chest up, low lunge. Into monkey pose, right hand, index and thumb together, creating a mudra on your knee. And then try to lift that left toe off of the ground. Maybe you can reach it with your hand. You've got a hold of your foot. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, draw the heel in towards the glute. Big breath in. And then exhale to release. Place both of your hands onto the floor. Step back into a down dog. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, raise left leg, point toe. Bend knee, step forward in between both of your hands, low lunge. Hands frame the front foot, straighten the left leg. Half split. Inhale, raising the chest up. And exhale to come down. Breathe in again. Exhale, keep flexing that left toe towards the shin. If you want to balance, it's right hand outside of left foot, and then raise your left hand off of the mat. Big breath in. And then exhale, place hand down onto the floor, frame the front foot, step forward with both feet. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Maybe bring hands behind the heels again. And now inhale, flat back. Bring both of your feet so that they are shoulder distance apart. Gonna take your right foot and place it over top of your left, and then walk your left towards the right. There's maybe 4 or 5 inches in between your baby toes. And then inhale, raise your chest up, and then exhale, fold forward. If you're not as open as me, I've got blocks handy. We can use these here also. So inhale to raise the chest up, and then exhale, come down as far as you can. Feeling a nice stretch along the outside line of your left leg. Relax your head. And then raise the chest up. Bring both of your feet together, and then take the left over top of the right. Walk the right to the left, toes facing forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, exhale, fold. And place both of your hands onto the mat, feet together, and raise chest up. Big stretch, arms all the way to sky. And take a little back bend here. Keep your arms over your head, gently push your hips forward. And then bring hands to heart. And standing nice and tall, the top of your mat. Gonna come into tree. Take your right foot and place your right foot inside of your ankle, your calf, or your thigh, whatever you feel this morning. And we're bringing hands together at the heart. Find somewhere to look at on the floor, your dristi, somewhere that's not gonna move on you. And your bent knee, gently draw it towards the back of the room, square off your hips, and inhale, lengthen your spine. Feeling good, confident, raise arms overhead. And then bring your hands towards your heart center and both of your feet together. Remember, balancing is different for us every day, so don't give yourself a hard time if you're not perfect today. And starting again on the left side for tree, bringing your toe towards your ankle, your calf, or the inside of your thigh. Stay away from the knee. And breathing in to lengthen the spine. And gently draw the knee back. And arms up towards the sky. And feet together, standing at the top of your mat. Bring both of your feet so that they are wide and toes facing forward for wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way out from your shoulders. Breathe in. And then exhale, hinge at the waist, flat back, swan dive, fold forward. Now, how are you doing? Can you touch the floor today? If you can, great. You're going to inhale, fill up your lungs again, and then exhale, keep trying to fold forward. If you're not quite there yet, blocks are really helpful. You can place hands underneath. Inhale, bring the chest up, and then exhale, bring yourself down. And keep breathing. Exhale down, walk your fingertips away from you so fingers are walking in the opposite direction of your toes. And now bring your hands underneath your face and raise your chest up so that your back is flat with the ceiling. Bring your right hand down and your left hand up towards the sky. Stack the shoulders, twisting. Breathe in. If you want a little more of a twist, take your right hand on your left ankle, externally rotate your upper shoulder, and maybe grab onto your hip. Inhale, and then exhale, twist, look up, legs straight. And come back towards the center, hands on the floor. Inhale, flat back. Left hand down, right hand up. And then left hand, right ankle if you want a bit more of a twist. And grabbing onto your hip. And come all the way back towards the center. This posture is a little bit more challenging. Surfer's lunge. You're gonna walk your hands towards your right foot. Right foot is at a 45 degree and then bend into the right knee. Your left leg is straight, toe facing up towards the ceiling. Your calf is floating off of the mat. If you've got blocks, you can place hands on the blocks for some stability, some security, or you can raise hands up. If you've got your hands up, lengthen your spine, take a big breath in. And then exhale, drop that right hand down and left hand up towards the sky. Gentle twist. And place your hands down towards the floor. Walk your hands towards the left side, bending into that left knee. Your left foot is at a 45. And blocks are here to support us. So if you need them, you can place them under your hands to help you raise your chest up. Inhale, raise hands to heart. And then dropping down that left hand, right hand up towards the sky. Take a big breath in. And place both of your hands down onto the floor. Walk your hands back towards the center. Malasana, yogi squat. Walk your feet so that the heels are in, toes are out. And then sit down. Now this posture is not necessarily comfortable for everyone, so an alternative would be to sit on a couple of blocks being here, a little bit more of a relaxed variation. If you're okay to come down nice and low, you're gonna take your elbows inside of your knee, inhale to lengthen the spine, and then push back on the knees with the elbows. Take a big breath in. Your sit bones are very heavy. And then pushing the knees back, opening up your hips. And right hand comes down, left hand up towards the sky, twisting here. Now a bit more advanced, but you're close to the floor. So if you'd like to explore binding, take your right hand around your right leg and your left hand behind your back. Again, if you don't get it right now, that's okay. Your hands are gonna be clasped, but nice to try. And now bring your hands towards the center of your chest. Drop the left hand down and right hand up, staying here or moving to bind. Right hand behind your back and left hand clasped. And bring both of your hands towards the center. Pivot towards the front of the mat. Place hands on floor and then come back into that wide-legged child's pose. So knees wide, toes together. And sitting back onto your heels, and chest comes right down onto the floor. And take a big breath in. And exhale. And place hands onto the floor, bring your knees together. Tabletop position. Going to move into extended puppy. We're not going to hold it as long as we would in a yin class, but we're going to take a few big deep breaths there. Start by walking your hands forward of your shoulders, trying to keep your hips over top of your knees. A little bit further, enough that you can drop down onto your forearms, start to feel an arch in your back. If this is enough for you, then just stay here. If you can still move forward, you're going to keep crawling down and you're melting your chest towards the floor. The most challenging part is where you're going to put your head if you're really open. So you can put your chin down onto the floor and really melt the chest down. Or you can put your forehead onto the floor and maybe raise your elbows up. Both challenging. Now wherever you've decided to be, take a big breath in and then exhale. Another big breath in and exhale. And now very cautiously walk yourself back. Your shoulders might be a little bit sticky. Place hands onto the floor, tuck toes, lift knees, down dog. Then pedal out your feet if you need to. Inhale, raise your right leg all the way up towards the sky, point your toe, bend your knee, bring your heel towards your glute and open up towards the right. If you're a 1, just look at the mat, easier to balance. 2, you can start to look underneath your armpit. And then bend the knee, step in between both of the hands and drop down that left knee. Inhale, raise your chest all the way up. And bring both of your hands towards your heart center to twist. Left elbow outside of right leg. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to push hands towards heart, forearms stacked, shoulders stacked. And you can tuck that left toe, lift left knee. You're pushing your thigh right towards that back ceiling. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to push. And now release. Place both of your hands to frame the front foot. If you haven't lifted your left knee, do it now. And then drop your back heel. And open up, find your warrior 2. You're bending into your right knee. Adjust the distance between your heels if you need to. Palms are facing down and arms are lengthwise on the mat. Take a big breath in and look forward. You're drawing your right knee towards your right baby toe. And feel the outer edge of your back foot grip the mat. And then reverse your warrior. Change the direction of your front hand. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, paint the ceiling. Left hand is in front of your body or down your leg. Just be careful to add no pressure onto your knee. And inhale, come all the way forward, warrior 2. And then exhale, straighten the front knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine, reach forward for triangle, and then exhale, hinge at the waist, stack the shoulders. One hand towards the floor and one towards the ceiling. Upper hand replaces lower hand. You're like a windmill. Left hand inside of right foot and right hand up towards the sky. If you do have blocks, you can place a block inside of that right foot. Stretch. And place both of your hands to frame the front foot. And your front foot is going to step back to your down dog. Big breath in. And then exhale, push heels down. Inhale, raise left leg, point your toe, bend your knee, bring your heel towards your glute and open up towards the left. Keep pushing your heel towards your glute. And bend your knee, step in between both of your hands, low lunge, drop right knee onto the floor. And inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, bring hands towards your heart. And take right elbow outside of left leg. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to push hands towards heart center, looking over your shoulder. Option to tuck right toe and lift right knee. You keep pushing your hands towards your heart, looking over your shoulder a little more deeply. And then let go of your hands, frame your front foot. If you haven't lifted your right knee, do it now. And then drop your back heel. Open all the way up. Find your warrior 2. You're lengthwise on the mat, look forward, palms are down. Left knee gently draws towards left baby toe and feel the ground in your back foot. And reverse your warrior. Change the direction of your front hand. Inhale to reach forward, exhale, reach back. Keep lunging into that left leg. And then inhale, come all the way forward, arms long, warrior 2. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, and then reach forward for triangle. Exhale, hinge at the waist, stacking shoulders, looking up. Roll the bottom waist forward, upper waist back. And upper hand replaces lower. Revolved triangle, looking towards the left. Again, a block is nice here. And placing both hands down onto the floor, stepping the left foot back, and then very gently lowering yourself right onto your belly. So maybe knees and chest, and let yourself come right down. Both of your hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, raise the chest up, baby cobra. Squeeze your glutes. And then exhale, come all the way down. And give yourself a break. Cheek on the floor. And hands beside you. Palms facing up towards the sky. And coming into Sphinx pose, elbows underneath shoulders, and gaze forward. Take a big breath in. Your forearms are parallel with your mat. Your feet can be the width of your mat if you like. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, a little tone in the lower belly. And then as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. And linger there for a moment. Another big inhale and exhale. Back to the center. And then look over the other shoulder. And back to center. And let yourself come right down and rest your cheek on the opposite side, hands beside you, palms facing up. And place both of your hands underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees, tuck your toes, and send your tail to the sky. Down dog. And take a big breath in. And exhale, sigh out. Inhale, raise your right leg all the way up and point your toe. Now, if you're a 1, you might want to stay here. 2s, we're going to move. So bend your knee and bring your knee towards your upper right arm. You've got a strong core. And then kick all the way back, point your toe, 3-legged dog. And now knee to nose, round your back like a cat. Cheetah. And kick back, point your toe, 3-legged dog, crossing over, right knee, upper left arm. And then kick all the way back and point your toe. Bend your knee. Step in between both of your hands for runner's lunge. Palms are facing down. Your back is at a 45. Both of your toes are facing forward and gently draw your shoulders back. If you like, you can squeeze your triceps and bring your arms up a little closer to the sky. And then inhale, come into a high lunge, arms up over your head, looking forward. And you can bring your hands behind your back, clasp your fists, bring your fists first towards the tail, and then squeeze shoulders together and bring triceps up towards the sky. And then release, bring your fists down, drop your back heel and open up, warrior 2. Arms lengthwise. And exhale, reverse, change the direction of your front hand. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale to reverse. And then straighten your front knee and reach right up towards the ceiling. Reverse triangle. Inhale, come up, arms lengthwise on the floor, towards the floor. And then bend into your right knee, extended side angle. Bend right forearm, place on thigh. Left arm towards the front, palm facing the floor. Big breath in here. Stretch right from your fingertips to the outer edge of your foot. If you want to challenge, float the bottom arm up and create a half moon. And then place both of your hands onto the floor. Step forward with both of your feet. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to fold. Inhale, arms all the way up over your head to eagle, Garudasana. Take your right hand and lace it underneath the left and twist your arms nice and tight. We're going to sit down into a chair and then take your right foot over top of your left. If you're feeling a little off balance today, you can also stay in a chair with the legs. Try to take the right over top of the left. And if possible, tuck toe behind calf and squeeze. You're heavy on your back heel, squeeze arms, squeeze legs. And then bring both of your feet together and drop your arms, palms are facing forward. Give your shoulders a little roll. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Bend at the knee, bring heels off of the ground and give yourself a little hug. You can grab onto your elbows, squeeze. And then place hands onto the floor and step forward with, or step back with both of your feet into your down dog. And breathe here. Inhale, raise the left leg, point your toe, three-legged dog. Now, if you want to move with me, we're bringing right or left knee towards the left upper arm. Strong core. And then kick all the way back, three-legged dog. We're trying to keep ears in between upper arms here, and then bend the knee, bring the knee to the nose or in the direction of the nose, and then kick back. And knee crossing over towards upper right arm. With control, stay for a moment. Try to straighten your arms. And then kick back and point the toe. Bend the knee, step in between both of your hands for runner's lunge. Chest up, arms are long, back is at a 45-degree angle. You feel like you can take off. You're high up on your back heel. Again, squeezing your triceps, bringing your triceps closer to the sky. And then inhale, raise your arms up. High lunge. That back leg, is it strong? Can you bring the thigh closer up to the ceiling? If you feel nice and stable, hands behind the back. Clasp fists, bring fists to tail. Draw shoulders together and then triceps up. And squeeze, try to look forward. And release hands. Drop back heel and open up. Warrior two. Looking forward. And reverse. Change the direction of your front hand. Inhale, reach, exhale, reverse. And now straighten your front leg. So both your legs are straight. Arm is reaching up to the top of the ceiling. And then inhale, bring your chest up, arms long, bending into that left knee. Bend your left forearm, extended side angle, and right arm towards the front of the mat. Draw your shoulder open. Chest open and reach. And if you want to challenge, you can float that bottom arm up. And then when you're ready, place both of your hands down onto the floor. Step forward with both of your feet. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to fold. Fold like you mean it. Forehead to shins. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. And bring your hands towards your heart. And then palms facing forward. Eagle on the opposite side. So inhale, raise arms up. And left comes underneath right. Twisting arms like a twist tie. And sit down into a chair. Staying in your chair or taking left over top of right. And tuck toe behind calf. And sit down tight. Squeeze. And then release. Place both of your feet together and your hands facing towards the front. I'm going to do one strengthening posture, fierce pose. Bring your feet so that they are shoulder distance apart and place your hands in front of you, a little bit like a chair. So you're going to sit back onto your heels to start and now roll onto the toes. Arms are for counterbalance. You can keep them long or maybe grab onto the elbows, and this might be enough for you today. Can you come up as high on your toes as possible if you want to challenge? You're coming down closer towards the floor. Legs are always engaged. Don't come down low enough that you don't need to engage your legs anymore. High on the toes. If you're shaking, it's normal. And then inhale, push up and drop the heels. Fantastic. Arms facing forward. And then inhale up, exhale, fold. Hands on the floor. And we're stepping back with both legs and lowering ourselves down onto the mat, the knees, the chest, belly. And we're now onto the floor for full locust. Bring your hands over your head and zip up your legs together, point your toes. Gonna inhale, raise upper body, lower body off the ground at the same time, squeezing the legs. And then let yourself come back down and rest your cheek. Round the shoulders. Heels flop out. And then bring your face back towards the front and bend your legs at the knees so your toes come up to the sky for bow. Grab your feet from the outside. If you're a one, you can keep knees apart. Twos and threes, you can bring your knees and your thighs together. You're going to kick back into your hands. The arms are like pulleys. Your chest comes off the floor. And then as you exhale, toes to sky, thighs off the mat. Take a big breath in. And then exhale to release. Place your hands onto the floor, under the shoulders, and push away from the mat. Bending the knees. Child's pose. This time knees together, forehead on the floor if possible. If not, just place it on a block. A little rest. And hands behind you. You're a tiny little ball. Breathe in. And inhale, come up. Chest up. Coming into rabbit, a little bit more of a challenging posture. If you haven't done it before, you can watch me first. We're going to place hands onto the feet, so grabbing onto your heels. I'm going to tuck the chin into the chest. We're going to roll down as much as possible until head touches the floor. And then gently bring your heels together and pull on your heels, bringing hips up towards the sky. You're going to feel a choking sensation in your neck. It's a massage for your thyroid. That's a good thing. And you're going to pull on your heels and start to feel a stretch in the upper back and the upper shoulders. Take a big breath in. Pull in your belly. Breathe out. And then slowly bring your hips down towards your heels. And let your chest come up. It can cause you maybe to be a little bit dizzy, so take your time coming up. And then when you're ready, hands on the floor, bring knees shoulder distance apart and tuck the toes. And inhale, raise your chest all the way up. Half camel, inhale, arms up. And take right hand onto right heel. Left hand up towards the sky, big breath in. You can stay here or you can take a little back bend. And then bring yourself all the way up. And we'll do the opposite side. So left hand down, right hand up, inhale here, and then exhale back. And then come all the way forward. Full camel. So please take your time. You're going to place your hands in your imaginary jean pockets and elbows together and draw your shoulders back. Again, we've got that motion of the chest being pulled up and then the hips being pulled forward. Try to keep your hips over top of your knees. So inhale. And then exhale, gently push the hips forward. Keep breathing. Now we're all really different. If you start to see the back of the room, you may be able to touch the back of your heels. Maybe even come onto the tops of your feet. Keep pushing your hips forward. And now place both of your hands onto your hips and then slowly sit down onto your heels and place your hands onto the floor so you can swing your legs around in front of you. For Dandasana. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up over your head, and then exhale to forward fold. Round your back to start. Bring your head towards your knees. And then inhale, bring your chest up. And we're kind of a little bit more of an active forward fold. So if you can, try to scoop up your big toes with your index and your middle finger. You're going to inhale, keep your back flat this time. You can grab onto your legs, the flat back here too. You're going to look over top of your toes instead of rounding. Bend the elbows, pull. Now if you're really open, maybe you can reach heels off of the mat. Give your calves a stretch. Inhale here, and then exhale, come down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Take your hands underneath your hips. Maybe you need to scoot yourself down a little bit forward. Into upward plank. Your fingertips are going to face towards your toes, and then try to raise your hips up off of the ground. So this might be enough for you. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, try to bring your big toe pads down onto the floor and raise your hips up. And feel a real stretch under the entire underside of your body. Keep breathing. And then exhale, come all the way down. Sit bones onto the floor. Boat pose. Both of your feet onto the floor and hands underneath the shoulders. And then gently draw the knees up, shins up, and take a big breath in. You can also float hands up or straighten legs, breathing in. So we've got some tone in the core, strong lower back, draw shoulders back. If you're still feeling you've got some energy, come down an inch and then up an inch. Down and up. And then bring your feet down towards the floor for butterfly. The soles of your feet are facing each other and knees coming down towards the floor. So take both of your hands and grab onto your feet and then bring the heels in towards the groin. Try to really push the knees down towards the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, pull in your belly, fold forward. Big breath in. And exhale. And now bring your chest all the way up. And then bring your heels away from you. We're going to create a straddled position, so toes facing up towards the sky. If you've got a block, keep it handy. First, forward fold, so hands on the mat in front of you, and walk yourself down. Maybe elbows on the ground first. Take a big breath in. And then come right down. So I'm quite open. You might not look like me. That's okay. You're just looking for a really nice stretch on the inside of your legs, mostly from your knee towards your groin. Keep flexing your toes up towards the ceiling. And with every exhale, you're slowly bringing yourself down closer and closer towards the floor. Breathe in and fold. And now walk your hands all the way back. The block can go inside of your right knee, and then bend your right elbow and place your forearm on top of it. And then float the left arm up so your shoulders are stacked. This might feel great for you today, and if it does, just stay here. If not, inhale to lengthen, and exhale, you're going to try to fold towards that leg, the long right leg. Now make sure you don't collapse forward. Easy to do. Draw shoulder back. Inhale and exhale. Come all the way back to center. Block, if you're using it, you can place it by your knee. If you don't have a block, you're just placing your forearm on the floor, just a bit more intense. So inhale to stack the shoulders, and then exhale to fold. And now come all the way back to center. Swing your legs around so you're right onto your back. And come into bridge. So lower back, right flat on the floor. So back of your head and shoulders are there too. Hands on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart, knees to sky. And then inhale, raise the hips up. Now this might feel like enough. That's cool. You can stay here. You can clasp hands under the back and gently walk your shoulders towards each other. Inhale here. Push hips up. And then if you want one last little squeeze, push your heels away from the mat. Squeeze your glutes. And then as you exhale, lower your back down, upper back, middle back, and lower back. And knees into the chest. Give yourself a really good squeeze. You can grab onto your hands, wrapping around your shins, or if you can't do that today, maybe it's back of thighs. Big squeeze. And coming into shoulder stand, toes up towards the sky. Now, if you're unable, you can keep your back on the floor and just place your block underneath your tail, or not even a block. Just keep your tail down and legs up. If you want to come into shoulder stand, you're going to bring your lower back off of the ground and place your hands behind and gently walk your elbows in, toes up towards the sky. Point the toes. Breathe in. You can have a little fun and roll your ankles if you want. Wiggle the toes. And then again, maybe come up just a little bit higher. Don't look left to right. Your chin is close to your chest. Squeeze all the muscles in your legs. And then bend the knees and roll yourself down, upper back, middle back, and lower back. And both legs are long to start, and then take the right for wind reliever pose and just grab onto the right shin and draw the knee towards the armpit. Breathing in, back is flat on the floor. Exhale, draw down on the shin. And then release that leg. We'll do the opposite side. Left comes in. And then place both of your feet onto the floor to the width of the mat, and then knees together. Hands beside you like cactuses. So bend your arms at the elbows. Palms are facing up towards the sky, and feel your entire back on the floor. And now take a breath in. And exhale, drop knees towards the right. And move towards the left. Windshield wiper. You can do that a few times. And then come into your Shavasana. You've got long legs, long arms. You can have your palms facing up or down, your choice. Bring your heels apart a little bit if you like. Let your toes flop. Take a big breath in. And sigh out your mouth. And try to take away any tone you've got in your body. Noticing if you're holding up your hips, your shoulders in any way. And relaxing your jaw. Letting your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing any tension around your eyes and your ears. And come back to your intention that you set for class. Back to that gratitude. Now we have the luxury of being at home today. I'd encourage you to stay in your Shavasana if you have the time. But if you need to get going, you're going to start to wiggle the toes, the hands. And you can take your hands and bring them in a prayer in front of you, and then turn your hands inside out to bring the palms up towards the sky. And reach. And then inhale, bring your hands over your head, straight arms, point the toes. Hollow out your rib cage. And then as you exhale, roll over to the side. Your arm is like a pillow. And then bring your knees a little in towards your chest. When you're ready, you can bring yourself up to a seated position. And bring your hands towards your heart center and be grateful for having an open heart. And bring your hands towards your forehead and be grateful for your intuition and your ability to observe. And your hands towards the earth for bringing us together. And namaste. Have a wonderful day.